Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to the post-game press conference. We are joined first tonight by the gentleman from Oral Roberts University. Number 4 seeded Golden Eagles defeated the 5th seeded North Dakota Fighting Hawks 76-65 to advance to Monday's first men's semifinal at 5:45 p.m. ORU will play top seeded South Dakota State in that game. As a reminder, please use the chat function within Zoom to type out your questions that you'd like me to ask on your behalf. When you type out your question, please identify yourself, your organization, and who your question is directed to. We'll try to get in as many as we can in our 10-minute window. Big thanks to the coaches and players for being here tonight. Coach, if you wouldn't mind, would you start us off with an opening statement, then we'll open up for questions.
Sure. Want to thank God for these guys and for our opportunity here and the blessing it is just to play, especially during a pandemic. So you're just grateful. We have a great group and obviously played a really tough team. For us to win a basketball game with keeping that many people for us under our averages by double digits, it's a tribute to our players in that room and their commitment defensively.
Okay. All right, with that, we'll get started for questions. Again, you can ask of the coach or the student athletes. Just please identify yourselves. First question is from Todd Buckingham from the Reaching the Summit podcast, and this is for you, Coach. Did you feel you had an advantage on the offensive end getting the ball to DeShang coming into the game?
Well, DJ, if you remember the second time that we played him, scored 15 consecutive points and had a great showing at our place. And so there's just certain matchups on the court. DJ was really springy this morning in shoot-around. And watching that springy, you're like, man, he's ready to go. He's such a terrific kid. You enjoy watching your players thrive, and he obviously did that tonight. But some of that was just let's get DJ the ball at a certain place, and he obviously delivered.
And that was a season high for DJ as well. One other scoring note for Max, that was his 10th straight game of at least 20 points or more. Next question also from Todd from the Reaching the Summit podcast, and this is for both the players. We'll start over here. Was that one of the best games defensively you feel like you've played as a team all season?
One of them. I believe that with Western Illinois, when we played them, we had a season-high amount of deflections. So I believe since we just played that game coming into this tournament, we've kept that same energy, and hopefully that energy progresses as we keep progressing in this tournament.
How about you, Max?
Yeah, like he said, the big focus is defense. At the end of the day, that's what's going to win us some games. So not worrying about offense, focusing on the defense end. I think we locked in defensively tonight, so we got to keep that momentum going into tomorrow's game against South Dakota State.
Next question, again from Todd, and this time for Coach. What went into having such a good game defensively against Philip Rabrasha?
One, I thought Kevin did a good job of sitting on his right hand, and because he's a right-handed shooter, and so you didn't want easy looks. And so I thought KO did a terrific job. Now he can go left, and he can pull up, but he didn't get much separation from Kevin. So I thought Kevin accepted the challenge, did a really good job of sitting on his right hand, trying to take away because of his ability to catch and shoot. And you owe a lot of that just to Kevin O'Banner stepping up and accepting a challenge.
Next question is from Morgan Beard with KTUL, and this is for you, Max. On a day where you don't hit from deep as you normally do, did you notice that you're trying to adjust, or are you sticking to kind of your game plan as you have all year? And then how much confidence does it give you going forward? You can contribute like this even when the three balls maybe not falling for you.
Yeah, I didn't make any threes tonight. Kind of knew kind of early my three-point wasn't falling, but just stuck with it, got to the rim. I kept shooting every shot with confidence. My teammates believe in me. I believe in myself too. And so, I'm going to keep shooting the ball with confidence. But tonight it was DJ finding the hot hand. So I kept rolling with him. So whoever's the hot hand, I'm going to feed him.
Media queue is open for more questions. While we're waiting on more questions, quick note, this is the second year in a row that ORU advances into the Summit League semifinals. It's the first time they've done that 2 years in a row since 2011, 2012. Any further questions for
They gotta
ORU?
have a time limit or something like that. They don't ask within 15 seconds.
I've been told they feel pressure on the typing. Here we go. See, now it comes in. Question from John with hoopshd.com. 2 questions, all for you, Coach. Can you give us an injury update on RJ Glasper? And then how will you try and beat the Jackrabbits, who are number 2 in the country, from beyond the arc?
Yeah, RJ had a meniscus issue, and it's been fixed, and he obviously won't be with us for the Summit League tournament, but I think he'll be back with us sooner than expected. Regarding the second best shooting team in the country from the three-point line, Baylor's actually the first number 1. I've called those guys to see what gives them problems. Haven't been there for 14 years, and so, but they're obviously good. We're 9th at shooting the 3 in the country, and so we make more than anybody else. I'm sure our average dropped tonight, but after only making 5. But I mean, at the end of the day, they have 2 really good posts that if you commit to there, they can throw out and make threes. And then they have guys that if you try to sag in and prevent the ball from going to the post, they're going to keep you honest by making threes. So it's a difficult matchup. I mean, I wish that we had an answer, but I don't have one for you today.
An additional question from John for Max. What allowed you to score 36 points per game against South Dakota State in your previous meetings this year?
I mean, just getting good looks. Teammates kind of set me up too, screens and everything. And then just, I mean, shooting the ball with confidence like I always do. So tomorrow, I mean, we'll regroup tonight, focus on the game plan for tomorrow, and trying to get a win.
Again, last call for questions. In the meantime, DJ, obviously it's a different scenario with the empty gym, and normally South Dakota State has a tremendous crowd at these kind of tournaments, and everybody's kind of level footing. Does that change the outlook at all for tomorrow, knowing it's kind of an empty gym scenario versus a road game?
I would say that empty gym or filled with fans, once you touch the court, the only thing you're focused on is the court. So no matter the atmosphere, no matter the amount of people, the benefit of this now is that we as a team can hear each other across the court and from the bench. So that gives us a bit of an advantage because we have great synergy as a team. So communication will be one of our biggest keys for tomorrow's game.
Sure. We did get one final question. This is for Coach from Morgan Beard. If somebody told you that Max wouldn't hit a 3, that O'Banner would score single digits, would you think he'd win tonight? And what's that you say about the next man up mantra with this year's team?
Yeah, win, yes. I do think we would have won. By double digits, no. But again, we're second in the country at making free throws. And so we were able to get to the free throw line. We were able to convert there. But I mean, I just think it's such a tribute to Max for a player of his caliber to go 0 for 6 and still have 22, 20 plus, whatever he finished with, 22, yeah. And his ability to get to the rim, we saw this at Denver. He started the game 0 for 10, and he just keeps playing. And he knows he has the belief of the players in that locker room, the staff, and so we would just appreciate his tenacity of always being full throttle and not really thinking through that. But I do think we would have won. We had a team that was dialed in from the jump, so I think we would have won regardless.
Yeah, well, I'm going to squeeze in one more here quick from Matt, from Chris Dimaria from KJRH. How does the regular season schedule, playing back-to-back games, prepare you to do that now and maybe one more beyond that?
Right, yeah. I mean, the goal is to win 3 games in 3 days, focus on a game at a time, so focus on South Dakota State. But, I mean, this season was a little different, playing back-to-backs every weekend for conference games. So I think it definitely prepared us, kind of playing back-to-back, just getting used to that feeling and just being conditioned. So it'll definitely be helpful going into tomorrow's game.
Fantastic. Big thank you, Oral Roberts University, all you gentlemen. We appreciate you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
All right, media, give us a